Good morning, North Carolina. I say good morning, but I mean very, very early good morning, North Carolina, because so much has been going on, but not enough to keep me from making this first podcast. I'm not going to tell you my name. I'm not going to introduce myself like that. Let me give you some background information so that you understand exactly why I'm doing this. First of all, I've been a North Carolina resident intermittently for more than half my life. I am a 42-year-old white female. More than half of my life has been spent in North Carolina. Having said that, I have a unique perspective to offer to you. I was born overseas. I'm a Navy brat. I have 2 siblings, one of which was born overseas with me around the same time, or, just to maintain the anonymous thing for now. And the other, not that he is less important, was born up north in the States, and we all moved to North Carolina by the time I was 6 years old. Halfway through my first grade experience, whatever you want to call it. However, my parents, born and raised in Florida, okay? My whole entire family, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. I am a Navy brat. He wanted a small town like he was used to, so we didn't go to Virginia. We stayed in North Carolina. Therefore, like I said, I offer a unique perspective. Not only did those things happen, I also was married to a Marine for a good almost 8, 9, 10 years, whatever. And I also lived in California, Jacksonville, North Carolina. I have been all over. I have worked in several different types of areas, albeit like advertising. I have mostly worked in customer service / food industry, which was maybe 10 to 12 years worth. My point being, I have been around. I have really, really cultivated a very massive understanding from a small town school student living in different places with family members from all around, and it has brought me to this place, which is the place where I am telling you that North Carolina, I am a diehard UNC Tar Heels, born, bred, and dead kind of fan. I met Mr. Davis, number 4, this past summer, and yes, he is going to help them win the championship. Side note, go Wolfpack from last year, because if we weren't going to win it, I wanted them to, and because they're not Duke, but I digress again. However, I am also a hardcore Miami Dolphins fan. That was way before Jacksonville Jaguars existed, and I was born and raised to be a Miami Dolphins fan. So when I tell you, and I'm also a Red Sox fan, okay? Because in Florida, there's a spring training camp where the Braves and the, don't fact check me, and the Red Sox do their spring training camp and everything. It's not the Braves, but half of my family loves the Braves. The other half loved the Red Sox. I chose the Red Sox. So I'm all over the place. All over the place. It doesn't even matter. My point is I have a unique perspective to give, because I'm not just a small town white 42-year-old female. I am someone who knows a thing or two about the things or two, and I know about the bridge that we need to gap. And North Carolina, by the way, the UNC, to me, stands for you need change. And when I say that, I'm talking to all of my fellow 40 plus years old. I'm talking to my demographic. I am talking to the people that think that they need to honor their parents and respect their parents because that's what they're used to and that's what they were raised to. I'm talking to the sandwich gap, because what I'm saying is, with no disrespect to our parents, we have to respect our children, because our parents lived in a different world and our children have to live in this one. And our parents are, who is with me when we look at our parents and we're like, oh my God, if you were that great as, if you were that good, we joke with our parents, right? We're like, oh my gosh, I wish you would have done that to us or for us and everything. And they're doting on their grandkids and everything. It's the same principle. So what I'm saying is, if we are going, or we need to protect our children and our children's children, because we want to be the grandparents that our parents now are. The only reason that our parents are able to be those types of grandparents is because they learned along the way. We are supposed to pass that down. There's so much to say. So much to say. However, I'm going to stop right there and tell you that the reason that I am under the wire, or right at the wire, to talk about all of this is because, like I said, I have family in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and North Carolina and everything. And two hurricanes have happened, and they have nearly affected every single member of my family, non-immediate, that you can think of. And I am praying for, just know that is not lost on me. What is lost on a lot of people, or I think is misunderstood, or I'm not even sure. Maybe it's, okay, I have a son that is a senior in high school, okay? And he has a very, very beautiful, lovely, wonderful girlfriend. And they are amazing human beings. They are the epitome of everything that I'm trying to say right here. And the friends that I have who have kids and parents that we're the sandwich gap. We have to help our children. This is no longer about our parents. Even though it is, we're going to take care of them. But it is no longer about our parents. This is about our children and our grandchildren, just like it was for them. My son's grandmother, paternal grandmother, her and I, we see a lot of the same views, and we've always had our little sidebar conversations, politics, not recently, but before this couple of years and everything. But when I asked her one day, like, how on earth do you know all of this stuff? How are you able to make a difference? Because I want to do the same. And she said I wasn't able to when the boys were younger and everything. Only when they were older was I able to pay attention. And so that stuck with me, and now it resonates so much because I am now her back then, and I can see it. Because if you do not pay attention 24/7, they're going to get you. But if you pay attention 24/7, you are traumatized. You are absolutely traumatized at what is going on in the world today, and not just politics, but everything. However, we're going to talk about politics for a minute. North Carolinians, the reason I'm trying to get under the wire is to tell you and remind you that tomorrow, or today technically, is the last day to register to vote. I am going to put a link below and guide you through so many different things just to let you know exactly what it is that you are supposed to be paying attention to. But right now, that is irrelevant. I can't fit all of the content into one podcast. So, I need y'all to know that we cannot let our children live like this. We can't. We cannot let our children grow up in this kind of world. North Carolina, if you, any of you voters, just all of you actually, just check, go to the actual official site with the nc.voter.org and look, and it'll tell you tomorrow is the last day, or today by 5 p.m., last day to register to vote. That does not mean that you have to vote on October 17th, which is when early voting begins. It means that you need to make sure that you're registered. And if you are on the fence, I am begging you to just take this journey with me and make sure that you understand that it is okay for you to be undecided, unaffiliated. It is okay for you to be that way. All I'm asking is for you to give me a chance to help you see why that is okay, so that when it is time for the general election, which is ahead, you have time. You have time to register between now and 5 p.m. You can do it online. You'll see the link. You have time. I have so much more to talk about, but here are the things that I really, really, really want you to know, okay? The home page, when you go to it, the ncsbe.gov, it will prompt you and ask you all these questions. Check your status. Make sure that if you've already registered to vote, you're still active. Check everything. Check everything. Now, there's other things that I want to talk about, but this is the last one that I'm going to do right now. Alright, so we all know, register to vote by 5 p.m.-ish, online or wherever, tomorrow or October 11th, okay? Early voting doesn't start until October 17th. Do not vote until you are 100% okay with your decision. let me just make one other thing very, very clear. This is not about the top. It's a trickle-down thing, okay? So when it says on the voters thing, on .gov, what you'll be voting for, it always starts, of course, with United States President, Vice President, and then it goes down. Pay attention to the trickle down, because you cannot get to the top unless you have a solid foundation, i.e., it doesn't matter who is leading if the foundation cannot help the leader. So you need to focus on doing all of your research on all of the players in the election. North Carolina, I can only talk to you about these that don't include the president, vice president, and the House of Representatives. North Carolina, I'm talking about the governor, the lieutenant governor, the secretary of state, the state auditor, the state treasurer, the state treasurer, superintendent of public instruction, attorney general, agricultural commissioner, labor commissioner, insurance commissioner, state senator, state representative, North Carolina Supreme Court Justice, North Carolina Court of Appeals Judge, Superior Court Judge, District Court Judge, District Attorney, County Commissioner, Clerk of Superior Court, Register of Deeds. All of them. Research them. Make sure that you know everything you need to know about these candidates before you early vote on anything. You have between now and several hours to register to vote, but then after that you have from the 17th to November 5th-ish, to vote. So do not do it until you know for sure. And if you will allow me to help you or guide you, I promise the rest of it will be more fluid. But I could not sleep until I at least got this done. It had to be done. I want a better world for our children. I am a 42-year-old white female from little tiny country towns, divorced from a Marine who was raised a Navy brat. I have stories. I have plenty to talk about. Please bear with me. I will get everything out. Over the next couple of weeks, you will understand. But the reason that this is called optical illusions stems from something that my son said a long time ago. When I used to make him come inside from school and everything, make sure the dogs had food and water and everything, and it was a silver bowl, and I was like, oh, just will you please make sure it doesn't look like you filled the bowl up. You didn't fill the bowl up. Mom, yes I did. It's an optical illusion. Bam. Hence why it's described with Pavlov's dog theory. I promise you, I have stories. I have everything. And it's not just me. I'll have someone join me. And there is a journey to go on. This is the most important thing, though. I'm going to need you to really, really pay attention. The link below will tell you where to go in order to check whether or not you're still active. If you are, great. Screenshot that. Make sure you have proof. And then don't worry about it. Not on October 17th. Don't. Wait for it. Wait for it. Because I guarantee you, I don't guarantee you, but from what I've seen, because I've had the gift of time lately to sit and be traumatized by everything on the news. All of the debates, all of the rallies, all of the everything, and just flip-flop back and forth from different networks. And oh my goodness, traumatizing. It's too much. Let's take our power back, because it's not this. This is not our power. And us middle-aged that have the old, it's not wrong. We are the ones. Us 40s to 50s, we are the ones. Late 30s, 40s, early 50s, we're the ones that can change the whole trajectory of where this country is going and where our children and our grandchildren are going to live. Trust the process. Do not vote early. Wait. Just wait until you really know. Give it time. Do not trust everything you see. Trust your instincts and listen, because everything you thought you knew, or you wish you knew, or you thought you heard, or someone told you, or any and above. I mean, are we not seeing it unfold in other aspects, people? We know next to nothing about the grand scheme of things, myself included. I am telling you, we want better for our children. I just feel it in my bones, and I just want you to please, I am begging, pleading, praying for you to please trust the process. Do not vote early. I promise you this. Give me from today, the 11th, until, give me 10 to 14 days. Give me 10 to 14 days. So at least just give me from now until the 21st. Just give me 10 days. Just 10 days. 10 days. See if I can't change your mind. It's 4 days past when you could early vote. What have you got to lose? You can still vote in November. Jimmy Carter, if Jimmy Carter can hold on and vote, and I believe with everything that he will, then you can wait 10 days. I am going to end this one with thank you, God, for keeping my family safe in all of these hurricanes. And I pray that you will watch over every single person affected by these storms. And that if there's a way for people to donate and send love, prayers, vibes, or just do whatever they can, gather up, it's getting cold, gather up blankets, sheets, pillows, warm clothes that no one wears anymore, shoes, socks, anything, that they'll donate them at their local donation sites, because it matters. It's turning cold. So just be grateful for what you have and think about what you want your children to have. And I look forward to talking again. good night/good morning. Check your status. Register. Just register. That's all.